portfolio design is going to be. I'm thinking it's probably going to get more technically advanced as software progresses. It's definitely going to be.
We're definitely getting more into the digital age where nothing's really
advanced,
on paper.
taking different forms, not such a traditional layout. I think that's definitely going to change, and I think we've seen it change. So I think it's just
a great way of sort of getting what is most important, your best qualifications, a variety of things that you're capable of across in an easy way that someone can just click and not have to, insert the CD. Anything that's fast is probably a good way of
is definitely key in compiling it down. I remember when I first got out of school, I had boards, just like someone had boards earlier today, and it's not functional at all. And for you to present,
it's just a lug around.
Yeah, and it takes a lot of time and whatnot to put it away. But I definitely think consolidating in the best work. Don't put everything in your portfolio just because you did it. Pick the best work.
So things that are 8.5 by 11 and smaller and more graphically designed, much less finishes. I don't want to see fabrics anymore. We all can do fabrics. Fabrics are important. It's wonderful to be able to use those finishes and put them together on a board, but show me a picture of a full board, that's great, but I don't need to see those actual elements. I need to see that you can be creative, and I just need to see that I can get a good idea of your flair.
The latest and greatest thing on portfolios is going to be the e-portfolio. There's a number of sites that will allow you to host it. There's no annual fee, and you get a link to that with a I think it's like a password, and you can give that to your client, to your potential employers, and they can pull up your portfolio. It also allows you to have it on your laptop, so when you go for an interview, you can quickly pull up your portfolio.
Students explored possibly fly-throughs. I think with people using BIM technology and modeling, and that being more accessible to students and being more prevalent in the industry, that is definitely a great direction to go in, so people can do very realistic renderings and have people actually go through the space and be talking about the spaces as you're doing that as well. So kind of using different media in different ways and getting a more realistic perspective. Designers are designing more things internationally. They could also be working and interviewing in different areas, so they can have virtual reality interviews and presenting their portfolios in a virtual environment.
Kind of the digital world. I think you're seeing that some where people will give CDs, or they'll do flash drives, or one thing or another, where they're trying to get into the mix of presenting to whoever it is that they're going to interview with. I think as that starts to fade away, the digital part is going to stay in there, but I think you might get a little bit more of the tradition that comes into it, and so you'll start to see those two things.
Portfolio.
Okay.
However, I felt that it was more successful in the interviews to have an actual print version. So I think that will hold strong. We print everything.
I would
even
agree.
If we see it on the computer.
Yeah, I would agree. I think, unfortunately, what we've seen is, that straying away paperless society is really not that practical. I think people still are attached to that physical something. Although I think the physical, whatever you give, is going to definitely take some changes. I think there's going to be teasers.
Teasers are nice in a digital format, but as when you come in for an interview, I think that people actually like to see
capabilities to put together portfolios, email them, have the people just click on the button and watch them. But I think that's going to really miss the personal interaction that you're going to get from a one-on-one relationship. There's a preliminary portfolio sent via email that's using technology, especially depending on the environment, if the demand. Like if I have to go through 50 of them to look at a candidate or something, that may be useful to me, but I think actually to hire someone, it's going to be
really nice about something in your hands still at this point. There are a lot of people that appreciate that, so maybe as a teaser, just to get that in front of somebody first, to get them interested in going to
websites such as Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. Those kind of avenues are going to be more prevalent in the future. I think videos 3D walkthroughs are going to be more important. But I think the one thing we do have to be careful about is with all the digital age, it's not just the finished product or the product, but in terms of the process and how do you convey that through a digital medium. It's actually funny that the hand sketching becomes more unique because you see all of the digital images come through, but you don't see the loose sketches as much anymore. So I think that's going to be the challenge, to deliver the portfolio in a digital medium, but then how do you convey